Hi, I'm Erik Linask here at the Cloud Expo in New York, and I'm talking now with Ron Sigura from Enteros. Ron, thank you very much for joining me and welcome.
Thank you for having me.
So, Enteros, you were saying, does something that's called performance validation for the cloud. Tell me about that and tell me how Enteros got into that business.
Definitely, Eric. So, Enteros was founded in 2004 by Mr. Ron Warshawski, who is a former eBay guy. Ron Warshawski worked at eBay fairly early, where they had only 7 operational databases, and he helped scale eBay to about 270 operational databases at the time when he left. Understanding the eBay environment, you can imagine what he was dealing with, the challenges and the ability to be able to scale it in such a fast time. You remember their business was going crazy during those years. Was a huge challenge for Ron. That's when Ron decided to create a suite of products for enterprise to be able to manage performance in an automated way, opposed to having to eyeball tables and doing a lot of work that is manual work. So Ron created this technology, and he seeked me out, and we got together and created Enteros, formerly known as DBA InfoPower. And we created a suite of products, some of which was co-developed with eBay. And basically, what we are doing is we are able to identify problems prior to business impact, remediate them in real time, and produce a root cause analysis. We had a great solution. Our first customer was Wynn Resorts in Las Vegas. We helped Wynn stabilize their environment, which was very shaky, and we were able to get them to very high availability, which they were very happy about. Then Wynn came to us and said, if we could have taken your performance products and ability and integrated with load testing, this would have helped us tremendously with our new tower that we are opening in 2009. So we have created a load testing solution that is totally different than any other load testing solution, as it comes from the back end. And this type of approach is really resolving a lot of the shortcomings of the older solutions. We have some people that used to be at Mercury Interactive who created Load Runner, and together we have created what we have today, Load to Test. Load to Test in a combination with our performance product enabled us to provide load testing, but not only telling the customer you maxed at 3,000 concurrent users, rather tell them here is where you maxed and here is a list of all of your bottlenecks. With that, the customer can go back and fix all the bottlenecks on the database, on the application, and the rest of the IT ecosystem, and then come back and retest. Now they reached maybe 4,200 concurrent users. And they say, okay, so this is good enough, and that's where we stop. Or they can ask for the next list of bottlenecks, and we can remediate. So this is how Enteros came about, and this is what we have created in terms of our solution.
Mm-hmm. So tell me about why is performance validation necessary? Why is it required? Why is it important as enterprises continue to migrate to cloud environments?
Wonderful. So that's a great question. And basically what happens, Enteros was focused initially on enterprise business. And, as we recognize that everybody is going to be going to the cloud because of the bandwidth and this is the industry trend, we ported our technology to support just that. So today's main concern of any enterprise is my application going to work and perform just as good or better in the cloud? And the cloud providers obviously will tell you, yes, it will, because they want your business, but they're biased. Enteros is a third party, independent, unbiased party that does exactly that. We validate the performance of your application in the cloud.
But there are other vendors out there who do similar things. So what makes what Enteros does, or how do you do it differently?
Thank you. So the way we are different, one significant difference, I would say, is the fact that we're not creating fictitious load. Most of everybody is creating fictitious load in order to do load testing. What Enteros has developed is a product called Zero Dev, for zero development. And what we do, we go and we record your exact production transactions, and we then go and replay it in the cloud and perform the load testing on your own production transactions. So we call it authentic workload load testing. So when we're done with the load testing, we are not only doing the load testing and telling you this is how it's going to perform in terms of capacity, we are using our production performance management tool suite to identify all the bottlenecks and all the issues. Then we tell you CPU consumption, I/O contentions. We tell you a lot of the issues that you see in the enterprise environment. We tell you how it's going to be exactly in the cloud. And this kind of differentiation is very meaningful. And the fact that we are an independent party makes it very desirable for the customers, as they can count on us.
So what is the one recommendation or piece of advice that you'd have to your customers or potential customers as they seek to migrate to a cloud environment?
So I can say the cloud is here and it's here to stay. So you better learn all that you can about it and embrace it. Most important is you need to know and to make sure that you're going to have uptime and that your performance is going to be guaranteed. So don't trust anybody and everybody. Don't trust me. I'm be happy to prove it to you guys. So just make sure that you do all that you can to validate before you deploy into production, because you cannot afford downtime. And Enteros will be happy to prove it to you. We never take one silver dollar unless we earned it.
Excellent. Been talking here with Ron Sigura from Enteros. Ron, thanks for joining me.
Thank you so much, Erik. Appreciate your time.